In a spectacle that melted hearts and reshaped tradition, the Danish royal family stepped onto the balcony of Amalienborg Palace for a moment of celebration that turned unexpectedly magical, not because of the kings, queens, or future monarchs, but because of a four-legged royal who wagged its way into the history books. Yes, Denmark's most talked about star wasn't wearing a crown or a gown. It was covered in fur. As the royal family gathered to greet the jubilant crowds assembled in Copenhagen, cameras and eyes were drawn not just to Queen Mary's elegant ensemble or King Frederik's proud posture, but to the bouncing excitement of the royal dog, an adorable, well-behaved companion who joined the family on the balcony for the first time in Danish history. The moment was unscripted, organic, and emotionally resonant. The dog, whose presence initially went unnoticed, trotted into view with an air of familiarity, not formality. With ears perked, tail wagging, and eyes bright, it positioned itself beside Queen Mary and their children, seemingly basking in the cheers as though it knew it was making royal history. This seemingly simple act, allowing the royal dog on the palace balcony, was loaded with symbolism. For centuries, European monarchies have used public appearances to project ideals of order, strength, and lineage. These events are typically highly scripted and rich with pomp and protocol. Pets. They've traditionally been kept behind palace walls. But Queen Mary and King Frederik, especially in their new roles as Denmark's monarchs, are subtly rewriting the rulebook. By allowing their pet, likely a beloved family member, to appear publicly at such a revered moment, they sent a message. This is not just the monarchy of tradition, it's the monarchy of today. Social media erupted almost instantly. Photos and video clips of the pup looking curiously into the crowd and standing beside the young royals quickly went viral. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok were flooded with captions like, "The dog stole the show. Finally, a royal I can relate to. More of this, please." Even those with little interest in royal affairs found themselves captivated by the raw sincerity of the moment. It wasn't rehearsed. It wasn't planned. It was a dog being a dog, curious, loyal, and fully present. And in a world often saturated with curated perfection, that authenticity spoke volumes. The royal children, Princess Isabella, Prince Vincent, and Princess Josephine, were visibly thrilled by the presence of their canine sibling on the balcony. Princess Josephine gently patted the dog's head while whispering something to her twin brother. Prince Vincent tried to hold the leash, making sure the dog stayed safe amid the press attention and cheers. It was a scene that wouldn't look out of place in any Danish family home. And perhaps that's the very point. In that moment, the royal family reminded the nation, and the world, that they, too, share in the ordinary joys of companionship and love. This transparency is not only refreshing, it's strategic. Historians and royal analysts have long discussed how monarchies adapt to changing times. In the age of smartphones, live streams, and public scrutiny, the modern monarch must do more than rule with dignity, they must also connect. Pets, dogs in particular, have a unique ability to humanize those in positions of power. Queen Elizabeth II of the United Kingdom had her corgis. Emperor Akihito of Japan was known for his beloved Akita dogs. Now, Queen Mary and King Frederik seem to be embracing a similar path. The Danish royal dog is not just a pet, it's an ambassador of softness, approachability, and modern monarchy. Although the palace has not officially confirmed the dog's name or breed, palace insiders and royal correspondents speculate that the dog may be the family's border collie or Labrador mix, often seen in candid photos released in recent years. Royal watchers note that the dog has been spotted alongside the family during private holidays and casual events. Reports suggest the dog has its own designated living quarters inside the palace and is closely bonded with the younger royals, especially Princess Josephine, who reportedly walks the dog daily before school. Such details only enhance the royal dog's charm. It's not a prop or a PR stunt. It's a member of the royal household who, like the children, is growing up within the storied halls of Denmark's monarchy. Never before has a royal pet made such a visible and celebrated appearance on a Danish royal balcony. And yet, it didn't feel out of place. Instead, it felt overdue. Why? Because people are yearning for sincerity, especially from institutions that have long been shrouded in tradition and aloofness. In allowing the dog to be part of a moment of national pride, the Danish royal family turned a formal tradition into something relatable and warm. It was a cultural pivot, a recognition that tradition and authenticity can coexist. Some royal purists may scoff. Was it disrespectful to the occasion? Was protocol breached? According to Danish royal protocol experts, the answer is no. While there is no precedent for dogs on balconies, there is also no strict rule against it. Royal protocol is, after all, shaped by precedent, and this appearance may well set a new one. Queen Mary, known for her intelligent balancing of formality and modernity, likely understood the weight of the gesture. It wasn't random. It was curated spontaneity, a moment of warmth embedded within centuries of tradition. The younger generation of royals, particularly those not yet burdened with titles or expectations, are becoming central to how monarchies present themselves. Just as Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis of Wales charm the British public with relatable antics, so too do the Danish royal children bring joy, laughter, and humanity to the palace walls. Adding a dog to the mix isn't just cute, it's clever. In media terms, this moment ensured blanket coverage. In human terms, it ensured emotional connection. And in royal terms, it ensured that the monarchy remains not just visible but beloved. The Danish press ran front-page headlines not just about the king and queen, but about the royal dog's balcony debut. Newspapers like Berlingske, Ekstra Bladet, and BT featured close-up shots of the dog alongside Queen Mary. Even international outlets, People magazine, Hello, and The Guardian, picked up the story. Why such widespread interest? Because it's rare to see something so real, so joyful, and so unscripted in royal coverage. It wasn't a scandal. It wasn't a staged photo op. It was, in the most delightful sense, just a dog being welcomed onto the stage of history. The question now lingers: will this become tradition? Will the royal dog appear at future events, perhaps even national holidays or New Year's Day greetings? Could this spark a broader trend across European monarchies, encouraging other royals to share more of their personal lives and their pets? Already, fans are calling for the dog to get its own royal Instagram account. Hashtags like #DanishRoyalDog, #PawPalace, and #Frederik and Fur Friend are trending across platforms. This moment could mark the beginning of a softer, more relatable era for the Danish monarchy. For Queen Mary, whose reign began in a time of global complexity and national expectation, the appearance of the dog could be seen as a signature gesture, a sign of how she intends to lead. Elegant, inclusive, and quietly bold, Mary has always been admired for her fashion, poise, and maternal warmth. Now, she's admired for her ability to blend symbolism with sincerity. By welcoming the family dog onto the balcony, she showed that family, love, and tradition are not mutually exclusive. She showed that even royalty can, and should, embrace the joys of everyday life. As the sun set on Copenhagen that evening, one image lingered above all: the smiling queen, the proud king, their children, and the dog who wasn't supposed to be there, but absolutely belonged. In that moment, the royal dog did more than just steal the show. It reminded us that the monarchy, like any great institution, must evolve to stay loved. It reminded us that joy can come in the most unexpected forms. And it reminded us that sometimes, the most powerful thing a royal can do, is let the dog on the balcony. So what do you think? Should this adorable royal pup become a regular at royal events? Or was this a one-time magic moment we'll never forget? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more unforgettable royal moments from around the world.